This video is the first in a three-part series about how to successfully set up and connect a community with the CAPXM Access Control System and MyQ Business. In this part, we'll show you how to prepare by doing a site survey and setting up the community facility database. This video is intended for demonstration purposes only. The procedures demonstrated should only be performed by trained professional installers and service technicians. Safe operation and servicing requires that you follow all instructions and safety advisories found in the manual. To locate a trained professional installer or service technician, go to liftmaster.com/locate-a-dealer. Let's dive in. One of the most important things you must do to ensure a successful community installation is to talk to the IT team or whoever is responsible for the network on site. They need to ensure their network is configured to allow our systems to transmit and receive data. Go to the partner portal at partner.liftmaster.com and download and print the site survey form. This tool will become your best friend as you gather information and confirm the site is properly set up. When installing our access control products that transmit video, such as the CAPXLV or CAPXM controller, a robust internet connection with ample bandwidth is needed. For each installed controller, LiftMaster recommends a minimum upload speed of 5 megabits per second. This means an installation with 2 controllers should plan to provide a minimum upload speed of 10 megabits per second. Additional bandwidth may be needed considering usage of other devices on the network, like cameras and computers. Wi-Fi and high-speed wired internet are both acceptable methods for connecting the controller to the internet. Upgrading a phone line to DSL is an acceptable type of high-speed wired internet. Cellular service is not recommended for video applications. For installations using static IP, note the following details: IP address, net mask, gateway, primary DNS, secondary DNS, and tertiary DNS. For Wi-Fi installations, make note of the network name and password. The internet connection must be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Network proximity is another consideration. For Ethernet connections, the controller location must be within 300 feet of the network switch or router. For Wi-Fi connections, the signal strength must be sufficiently strong. Wi-Fi extenders should be avoided because they introduce latency and can negatively affect video quality. As you walk through the job site, if the CAPXM will be used to control LiftMaster gate operators, make sure the physical location meets UL 325 and ASTM F2200 requirements where these standards apply. Make sure AC power is available and meets these requirements. There needs to be a dedicated 120-volt AC outlet rated for 10 amps. Depending on the site configuration, the outlet may be located in a separate room, requiring a run of DC wiring to where the CAPXM will be mounted. The maximum distance of this wiring is 300 feet using 14-gauge 2-conductor solid wire. For outdoor installations, the dedicated outlet must be inside a weatherproof NEMA 4 electrical enclosure. Check for appropriate grounding that meets the requirements of local and national electrical codes. This is your opportunity to identify the doors and other devices that the CAPXM will be controlling. Work with the community manager to obtain a diagram of the community layout. This will assist in creating the plan for the devices that need to be installed. If any weakened credential readers or remote control devices are to be used with the CAPXM, make sure they are compatible. We recommend using the LMMC Mini Card Reader. Visiting the site also allows you to identify tools and other items you may need on the day of installation. In addition to the community layout, work with the community manager to obtain the contact information for all the people who will be added to the database, including residents, workers, managers, and the like. After concluding the site survey and prior to arrival for installation, work with the community manager to make sure all required wiring is routed. Power wiring and control wiring need to be routed through separate conduit. Before we get started setting up the community database, you will need the CP number for the controller. Unpack the controller and use the key to open it. Write down the CP number from the label inside. Open a browser and head to account.myq.com. You'll need to do a few things. They include adding the community as a facility, which includes setting up the subscription, adding credentials such as card readers and remote controls, and assigning them to the people, adding the community manager as the facility manager or owner, adding all the residents and other people who will have access to the facility, and finally, updating your contact information in the facility. This will allow you to test that everything is set up properly after you install the controller. Let's get familiar with some of the most important screens. Click the plus sign to add a facility. When creating a new facility, several payment options are available. You may use your LiftMaster account number or choose payment via ACH or credit card. If you want to set up a LiftMaster account, click the Create New Account Number button to begin the credit application process. It may take a few days to receive your account number. On the pop-up window, click Create Facility. Select Community. Click Next. Fill in all the required information wherever you see a red asterisk. Enter the details for the facility manager. Click Next. Select the payment method. For this demonstration, we'll select Account. Click Next. Click on your name and select Billing from the menu. Here, you will choose a Smart Community subscription that will be billed either monthly or yearly. Plans are based on the type of controller and the number of access points. Click a radio button to select a plan. For this video, we will choose the MyQ Community Plan. Select the number of access points you are adding. We are adding 1 access point. There are several add-ons. Video events are stored for 1 day as part of the regular subscriptions. To store video events for 30 days, choose the 30-day video storage plan. Select Community by MyQ Resident License to enable residents to use the mobile app. Enter the number of app licenses. Click Proceed to Checkout. Edit the payment details or the billing address as needed. Then, click Activate Subscription. Click Add Devices. If you chose the Resident Video License add-on and you aren't already using Phone.com as your voice-over internet provider, you will be prompted to set up Phone.com for service. On the Facility Audio and Video Call Setup screen, choose I already have a Phone.com account if you already have an account. Click Next and you will be prompted to log in to your Phone.com account. Or select I need to register a new Phone.com account to set up a new account. Click Next. Enter your information. Agree to the terms and click Next. Your new phone number will be displayed. Click Next. Review your order and click Next. Enter your billing information. Then click Pay Now. You'll return to the device management screen with a message prompting you to add a CAPXM to enable resident video calling. Click Add Now. On the Add Device screen, select the device you are adding. We are adding the CAPXM. Enter the CP number for the controller. This is the number you wrote down from the label when you opened the controller. Enter a name for the controller. Click Save. The device is now listed in the facility's Device Management tab. select the device or entrance. You need to associate the phone.com account with one or more doors. Click Call Settings. Click to allow access for the desired doors. Click Save. Next, add the credentials. Click to expand the menu sidebar. Click Credentials. Click Add Credentials. Select the credential type. A credential is a barcode, card, long-range RFID tag or transmitter that is used to gain access to the community. Select the format being used by the community. To add multiple credentials at one time, select Bulk Load. Then enter the first and last credential numbers. Enter the facility code. Click Save. You can also enter a single credential if you leave Bulk Load unchecked. Now let's add people, starting with the Community Manager. Click to expand the menu sidebar. Click People. Click Add Person. Fill in the required fields. Choose the role of Facility Manager or Facility Owner. A facility owner has the control to edit all database information related to the facility, including billing. A facility manager can edit almost everything except for the facility itself, the permissions for roles, and they can't view billing information. Enter the email address. Select Send MyQ Smart Access Invite. The community manager will get an email with instructions on what they need to do next. Fill in the address, the information that should appear in the directory for the individual, and assign credentials. Be sure to add the individual to an access group. There are 3 default groups: resident, staff, and vendor. Click Save. Add the rest of the people to the database. There are 3 roles: dealer techs, who help set up the community facility, or who may need to provide support; residents, people who live in the community and who will be using the MyQ community app; and access managers, security personnel or community administrators who need to update user information in the database. Other users who don't require MyQ business access, such as landscapers or maintenance people and vendors, do not need to have a role assigned. You will also need to check the box to invite residents to use the MyQ community app. The support team at LiftMaster is able to assist with bulk loading resident data to the community database. For details, contact us at the number on the screen. Lastly, update your own profile in the facility. You'll need to add credentials so you can test the function of the card reader, the PIN code, and the MyQ community app. In order to test the MyQ community app, check the box to invite yourself to use the MyQ community app. You'll complete the rest of the database setup when you open the CAPXM. Now, let's get the MyQ community app set up. Check your email for an invitation to MyQ Community. Tap the App Store link, and you will be taken to the MyQ Community app. Tap Get. Tap Open. If you already have an account, choose Log In. Otherwise, choose Create Account. Select your country. Agree to the terms. Enter your name. Enter your email. Create a password. Verify your email by entering the code you received. If you sign up with the same email that the app license is associated to in MyQ, simply click Accept Invitation. Otherwise, enter the access code sent via the email invite. Enter your address. Verify your phone number. Enter the code that was sent to your phone. To join the community, tap Accept Invitation. For more detailed information, including wiring diagrams, please refer to the CAPXM Installation Manual.